Hi everyone. In today's video, we will know about AWS CloudFront. What is AWS CloudFront? Why we use? So let's move to agenda. We will learn what is AWS CloudFront, why the AWS CloudFront, and what are the use cases, benefits, key features, and how to configure AWS CloudFront to deliver content. And also, finally, we will see the demo also. So let's move one by one. What is AWS CloudFront? Basically, we said that it's a type of CDN service, means content delivery network, and also it's managed the AWS services. It provides services to CDN, and CloudFront also had the edge capability. Through this edge capability, we can access the content very quickly. So let's see the definition. So AWS CloudFront is a content delivery network, it's called as CDN. It's operated by Amazon Web Services and it's used to deliver the web content like videos, applications and APIs to user based on their geographical location with low latency and high transfer speeds. And also when someone visits your site, so CloudFront delivers the content from the server to closest to them. It reduces the time it takes to load. So when it deliver content from the closest, so they can help to reduce the time and it doesn't take lots of time to load the content. So the CloudFront it adds the edge capability, so we can very quickly access the content from their edge location. So this is about what is AWS CloudFront. Why AWS CloudFront? So Amazon CloudFront is a web service that helps businesses and developers distribute the content quickly, securely and cost effectively. So the main reasons why it's important or why we need the AWS CloudFront is it's a low latency, high data transfer speeds and improve the security, easy to use, reduce the cost and improve caching. So let's see. So low latency. CloudFront uses a global network of edge locations to deliver the content with a low latency. I have already told in what is AWS CloudFront. So it adds the edge capability so we can easily access the content. So it's a low latency. And high data transfer speeds. CloudFront delivers the content with high data transfer speeds and improve the security. CloudFront offers security features like traffic encryption, access controls and VPC origins. And it reduces the cost. CloudFront offers customizable pricing options, consolidate requests and zero fees for data transfer out from the AWS origins. And it improved the caching. CloudFront caching reduces the load on your origin server and it reduces the latency also, and it's easy to use. CloudFront is a self-service and it's a pay-per-use offering with no long-term commitments or minimum fees, so it's easy to use. Then let's move to use cases. The main use cases are it deliver the static web content and streaming the media and dynamic content, global delivery of content using with Amazon S3 and using with the Lambda Edge. So let's see one by one. Deliver the static web content is it contains the static content like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, so like that, and images can be cached to the edge location and can be delivered to the end user without any latency. So when we need to deliver the content, we can use the edge location, so we can easily access the content or deliver the content without any latency. So this static content can be cached in the edge location instead of fetching it from the origin from every request. So we can fetch it from one to another origin. It takes lot of time and latency, but when we are using add the edge capability, we can easily access and very quickly from their edge location without any latency, or it requires only low latencies. So it delivers the web content. The next is streaming media. Amazon CloudFront can integrate with the Amazon S3, means S3 bucket we are using, and can stream the videos and audios to the end user. It can easily stream the videos or audios or any images can be to the end user. The next is dynamic content. With the help of Lambda Edge, the dynamic content can be served to the end users by using the Amazon CloudFront. The example of the content was data which is generated by the server side applications. The next is global delivery of content. Amazon CloudFront will cache the content to the edge location with or near to the users who are requesting the data across the global, which will reduce the latency to the end users. For example, there is a one tool like we are using the Instagram. The one of my friend or one of your friend can upload their photos from their one location, like they are uploading from the in the location of Delhi, and we can view from this images in their Bangalore. So we can contain the multiple routers. So when we are using the nearby location or edge location, we can easily add, so we can easily access the photo within the low latency. So that's why we are using the edge locations. So these are all about the use cases. The next is benefits of AWS CloudFront. AWS CloudFront help business delivery content quickly and effectively with ensuring a seamless user experience and cost savings. Whether you are running a global website or streaming videos or delivering the APIs, CloudFront benefits make it an ideal solution for the content delivery. So the main benefits are no upfront investment, lowering operating cost, and high scalable, resilient, easy access, reducing the business risk and maintain the expenses. No upfront investment. CloudFront operates pay-as-you-go pricing model. This means there are no upfront costs or long-term commitments required. You can pay only for what you are using. And it helps flexibility, allows small and large businesses also. The next is lower operating cost. By caching content at edge location, CloudFront reduces the load on origin services and speed up the content delivery. It reduces the need for expensive networks. The next is high scalable and resilient. CloudFront automatically scales to handle spikes in traffic without manual intervention. So its integration with AWS global infrastructure. It uses network for presence across many countries to ensure the content. So how it helps means whether your traffic increases due to a sudden promotion or global event, CloudFront adopts a real time to meet the demand. It's a highly resilient and scalable. The next is easy access. CloudFront can be integrated with AWS services like S3 Bucket, EC2 Instance, and Lambda, as well as with external sources. The management of content delivery is straightforward through the AWS Management Console, and it easily configure and manage their CDN services. The next is reducing business risk and maintains the expenses. CloudFront provides high scalability through its extensive global network, it ensuring the content is consistently delivery even in case of failure also. So this is about the benefits. The next is key features. The main key features are faster content delivery, scalability, flexibility, comprehensive security. These features make AWS CloudFront an ideal choice for business and applications that need to deliver the high performance, secure and scalable content to user worldwide. So let's see one by one. Faster content delivery. So CloudFront accelerates the delivery of content by using a network of edge locations. So this edge location copies of your content and reducing the latency, and it ensuring the data is delivered from the nearest location to the end user. So how it tells means when user requests the content, CloudFront server is from the closest edge location, it minimizing the time it takes for the content to travel across the network. So the next is scalability. CloudFront automatically scales based on the demand. It's designed to handle the large number of simultaneous requests, which is particularly useful during the traffic spikes or viral content events. The next is flexibility. CloudFront supports wide range of content types. It includes the static and dynamic contents, videos, APIs, and interactive applications. It can distribute both web and media content as well as support the streaming protocols like HTTP, HLS, and dynamic streaming over HTTP. The next is comprehensive security. CloudFront includes robust security features to protect both content and users. It integrates with the AWS services like AWS Shield, AWS Web Application Firewall, and SSL TLS encryption for secure the data transmission. In the demo, we will see how Web Application Firewall and SSL where we use it. These are all the key features. The last is configure the AWS CloudFront to deliver the content. There are 5 steps. First, we need to create the S3 bucket. Then is in object we need to add the upload some files. What are the objects we needed, and the developer distribute the web, where we need to create the web distribution in Amazon CloudFront, and finally when we are creating the distribution, it gives the URL of the CloudFront. Using this URL we can go through this file location. We can access this file using the edge location. We can easily access the distribution, means Amazon CloudFront. So here we can see, so in when, here we can see the step 1, when the users, here there is a user, when the user send a request to an object like image file. So when we creating the S3 bucket, then the user send a request to object like an image file, video, audio, whatever can upload the object. The request is close to the CloudFront object, the edge location to the server to user. So user to server, it's a edge location, its closest edge location we can easily access. So at the edge location, the requested files are checked into cache. If requested files are found, then it is returned the user. Otherwise, so when the user send requested to this object, so it's nearest to the closer, it's returned the user. So the request is returned to user. Otherwise, we can follow this next step. It's like first we need to forward the request to server to the particular file. So in this object, here we can see, in this object there is a file. We send request to the particular file. Then origin server send the requested file to the CloudFront edge location. Then CloudFront start forwarding to user and add the files to the edge location. So in these objects are near to the user, it can easily send the request to this user through the edge location. Otherwise, first we need to send the request to file, then the file adjusts to the edge locations. Then the edge location provided present in the file headers, then it forward to the request to the object. Server check if the file's edge location, the file edge location is updated or not. It can check. Then the version of the file of the edge location is updated. Then it delivers requested file to the user. So later it deliver the files to the user. If the version of the file of the edge location is not updated, then the origin server send the latest version of the file to the CloudFront edge location. Now the CloudFront delivers the latest version of the object to the user and also stores the cache to the edge locations. So first user send the request and then it's nearby the edge location, it can easily retrieve the data. Otherwise, first it sends the request to the object file, particular file. The file can be stored in the edge location, then it sends the request. So, and then it creates the distribution. Through this distribution, it forms the link URL. Using this URL we can access. So that we can see the demo how to configure the AWS CloudFront to deliver the content. So let's go and create the S3 bucket first. Here we can see how to create CloudFront. So before this we need to create a bucket first. So go to S3, create bucket. So here the reason is I'm using AP Southland. So give the bucket name. The bucket name should you give the domain name. So here you are not using any domain name. You should give the unique bucket name. So here I'm using www.example.cloudfront.com. You can keep any name you want. Then the object ownership is disabled. So here I'm block the public access setting. So because it doesn't access anyone, only user can access. So I'm blocking this. Here I'm enable the versioning. So versioning to preserve, retrieve and restore every object stored in our Amazon S3 bucket. So that's why I'm enabling this version. Then the others are the same, let it be. It's no need to change. Go to advanced setting. Yeah, object look is disabled. So okay. Here there is only give the name of bucket and block the public access and enable the versioning. Then yeah, that's it. Create the bucket. Yeah, here we can see bucket is created successfully. So here go inside this bucket. There is no object, so we need to upload the file. So go and upload the files. Upload, give the add files. So here I'm adding the index.html file. So index, yeah, the file uploaded is success. Give the upload button. Here we can see the file upload is successful. Then go to properties. The bucket version is already enabled. So default encryption, go down. Here we need to edit the static website hosting. Here we are using this bucket to host a website or redirect the request. So because we are blocked the public access key, that's why we are using this website. We redirect the request to the bucket. So edit this website hosting. Here we need to enable this, and here there is a two types to hosting: host static website, and another one is redirect the request from an object. The host is use the bucket endpoint as the web address. In redirect means it redirect the request to another bucket or domain. So I'm using this as a static website because the bucket endpoint as a web address. And then here we give the me specify the default web page website. Here I'm giving index.html. And the error document is error.html. Yeah, that's it. So save the changes. Yeah. So make sure that we need to block the public access, otherwise there is no need to change. And in this object, go to object. So in this object we are already uploaded the file, so there is no need to upload the error.html file. If you want, you can upload, otherwise there is no need. It's not compulsory to upload. And in the properties, there is a URL to run this application. So copy this bucket website and go to Chrome. So we are facing the forbidden error. So it's showing the messages access denied. Why it's showing like this? This is because we are blocking the public access. That's why it cannot be accessed. So what we need to do is, so we are using a CloudFront. So go to CloudFront and create the CloudFront distribution. Yeah, there is the cloud origin name. So here there is a S3 object. So we are already create the bucket to select this bucket as a origin domain, and there is no need to get the path, it's optional. So it take itself as a name. So once we selected here domain name, it can select the name as the origin. So here there is options to origin access. The public means bucket must allow the public access, and another one is origin access control settings. So bucket cannot restrict access to only CloudFront. The last one is legacy access identities. Use the CloudFront origin access identity OAI to access the S3 bucket. So here I'm selecting the legacy access identity. So OAI to access the S3 bucket. So here we need to select the OAI. So otherwise we can create new OAI. So here I'm creating new OAI. So it taken the name itself. So just create. Yeah. And then after creating the OAI, in the bucket policy we need to update the bucket policy. So give the S, update the bucket policy, and the default can achieve then viewer. So you can give its HTTP and HTTPS, or otherwise we can change the redirect to HTTP. So in others are same, let it be. Yeah. So select edit policy. There is no need to give any edit policies. And the function associations are same. In the web application firewall, we do not enable the security protection. Selecting this, and in this we need to associated the price class. Here we selecting the use only North America and Europe. In this we need to create this distribution, and there is no need to custom the SSL certificate. The HTTP version are same, IPv6 are on. So you can on and off based on your requirements. I will on, and yeah, that's it. You can create the distribution. Yeah, here we can see it successfully create the distributions, and here we see this is the URL to log the website, and this is, here we can see it started the deploying. So copy this URL, go here and check this. So it's showing error because it not yet deployed. So wait until it deployed. So it takes few minutes to deploy. So in this app showing you bucket policy is updated. So let's go and check the bucket policy is updated or not. So go to S3 bucket, and this S3 bucket, go to objects, go inside this, sorry, go to bucket, buckets. Go inside this, here properties, bucket versioning, default encryption, object look. So go to permission, we give the permission as bucket updated. So here we can see bucket policy. Here we give the effect as allow, and the principal, the CloudFront origin access identity, and this is the identity ID. So the resources and the action is get the object. So S3 bucket object to be get. So it's updated the bucket policy. So let's go to the CloudFront. Here it's not it deploying. So go and refresh this page. Oh, it's showing an error, access denied. Showing error, go to CloudFront. It's not yet deployed. So wait until deploying. Yeah, here we can see we get the output. My website means this index.html file I have created a simple file, so it's showing this. Here we can see, yeah, it's deployed successfully. So once the deploy successfully, we get the output using this URL. We can get this in the file. So let's go and check in the S3 bucket we can access or not. Here we can see, refresh this. So in the S3 bucket URL we cannot access because we are blocking the public access. So using this CloudFront distribution we can access the URL and we can get the output, or we can get the file. So this is how we can create the CloudFront and how to configure the CloudFront application. This is all about the AWS CloudFront. Thank you.